middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Doody in a Google search for my site. A few names I use in this message. Erika is a lawyer reader whose serial comments on my blog includes Erika mortified. 2. Rebekah Brooks was promoted quickly by Rupert Murdoch for her ability to thrive in Britain's hack and expose media industry. Recently, she became a victim of her fine-tuned hack and expose skills in the hands of British prosecutors. They presented an email in court, "Just between you and me," written by Ms. Brooks. 3. Victoria Nuland is a U.S. diplomat to Ukraine whose insult to the EU made on a phone call she thought was one-to-one was recorded by a third-party hacker and exposed on YouTube. 4. Ken Ham is a creationist. 5. My mother's anonymous informant is a man or a woman who commented on my blog via my mother. 6. Edward Snowden exposed NSA spying. 7. My mother is my mother. A recent phone call to my mother found her angry at me because I complained about my family in a Woody Allen post, so Erika's situational hypothetical would-be mortified was realized with the worst possible victim. My mother. As a loyal reader, Erika reacted to my text, imagining she were the subject of my text. But what Erika mortified overlooked was a natural protection people give themselves. And my mother protects herself by time-tested methods that keep her out of harm's way, and her protection system keeps her off my blog. But her anonymous informant violated my mother's right to veil that protects her. This veil is similar to the one used by Ken Ham to protect himself from science. Both my mother and Ken Ham have the privilege to be in denial. My mother's system keeps her safe. Ken's keeps him safe. My mother's is harmless. Ken's is dangerous. My Woody Allen words were on my blog, found by curiosity and stray clicking by my mother's anonymous informant, which can be compared to Ms. Brooks' email and the phone call of Ms. Nuland. My blog is intended for an audience of voluntary readers, and my mother's anonymous informant forced my mother to confront what she has no interest in confronting. The post-Snowden era reduced the sympathy the public had for people whose words reached unintended audiences, from a trace to nothing. So if my Woody Allen words were shared in a conversation I thought was one-to-one, and later a recording of the call was on the internet, then victim status would be denied to me. I've reread the Woody Allen post, and if I had mailed it to my mother and it angered her, I would feel terrible. Really terrible. But instead I left it on my blog for voluntary readers, and my mother's informant forced my mother to confront my words. My internet settings show I'm open to comments via any channel, by identified people or anonymous people. And this event opens yet another channel to comment on my blog, which is comment via middle-aged blogger's elderly mother. All is welcome. This has been Tom Doody, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Doody in a Google search for my site. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, or restful night's sleep. Ciao.